So I'm out here in Surprise, and I saw something that I thought I might want to remark on because I know it's been a big deal in Buckeye as well as Dysart. So let's go take a look at what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm right over here by the Super Center, not Super Center, the smaller one. You can already see some of the signs that are getting knocked down. I'm going to go over to the corner and show you an example of this kind of heated debate going back and forth, at least in the Dysart district. In the Buckeye district, I've seen only pro bond signs, whereas in this area, I've seen counter protests of sort as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so here we are at the first sign right here. It says, "Be a hero, vote yes for Dysart bond override," right? So this is it says paid for by vote yes for Dysart, not authorized by any candidate. So we have, it says be a hero, vote yes in Dysart. What it's going to do is it's going to influx cash into the Dysart school system. Now we have a counter debate over here, right here. It says heroes don't pile massive debt on future generations. Vote no on the bond, vote no on the override. You can see the split between the two opinions here, as we see one wants to actually override it and pass the bill, making more debt, whereas this one is actually negating the first one, actually kind of against the debt. So this one, I don't know, I didn't see this in any other cities recently. I know there's a lot of bonds getting passed, but I thought this one was definitely worth remarking on and mentioning because I think the debt portion of this is pretty significant. Whereas I understand the need for the bonds and the things that could be that could result out of the bonds. However, it's important to keep an eye on the debt. Even most Republican administrations, who are typically generally pretty fiscally responsible, they have really been kind of going away from that policy, whereas that's going to pile trillions and trillions of more debt onto our government. Whether it's at the state level, the local level, the federal level, you have to be careful with spending. That's my revisiting history for today. It's our contemporary kind of political civics debate going on right now about bonds and schools. Schools definitely need more money, man. That's not an argument that needs to be had. I think we're pretty in agreement on that. I think the big problem is the spending. We have a bloated federal government. They spend like crazy, and unfortunately, that's not good for the citizens. Eventually, Social Security, other benefits are also going to probably be cut and stuff like that because of the spending. So we have to remember all of our actions have consequences, and those consequences can be far-reaching into the future. Could affect my kids, could affect your kids. But then again, the question is, do you override and help the students now, or do you not override and prevent the debt from increasing? That's really the debate.